Welcome back, guys. We're checking out Baki, Son of Ogre, Chapter 31. And before we get started, I'd like to say, one, thank you all for subscribing. We hit 5,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. I also want to point out some attention to the Wild Fang project and Ichido Rei-chan. They do a very good job with these manga translations and cleaning up the art and whatnot. So shout out to the Wild Fang project. And also, I'd like you guys to know that I am going to miss things as I read these manga. I'm busy trying to make sure that my software is still recording, the audio is going well, that I'm reading it correct, because the English isn't always perfect. So while I'm trying to read and appreciate the art and make sure all these other things are going well, I will miss some things. So that's why I ask you guys to comment, because I do notice that I do miss things, and I appreciate when you guys do comment and point out the things that I maybe didn't speak about in a video or things that I were incorrect about. So I do appreciate that, and I do ask that when I do make mistakes or miss something, that you guys just leave a comment and explain what I missed or explain what actually happened. Just don't be rude about it. There's no need. It's like, I'm not a Baki expert. I'm not claiming to be a Baki expert. I'm reading all of this for the first time. So just bear with me. If I make mistakes, just correct me. Just don't be a dick about it. Alright, so let's get into chapter 31. Entitled 1 + 1 + 1. Now, the Mouth have been fighting Ian McGregor inside this prison and have basically been jumping him under the guise of teamwork. So as you can see here, they've each landed a kick to this man. One to the back of the head, one to the face, and one to his abdomen. He's trying to block, and the security guard is watching all this as he's saying, is this right? Should this be allowed? Kicking in the face of the great former champ, the one who fascinated the entire world, the face of the boxer who made us proud of who we are. So maybe this guy isn't as bad as I thought he was. He's feeling for Ian McGregor. Wonder if he'll have any type of involvement in this incident, maybe trying to stop them or getting someone that can actually help. Being kicked and abused in such a cruel way. Who gave these three the right to do such a thing? If I had to guess, I'd say it was a police badge. So McGregor's trying to get away from these three. You see him trying to escape the onslaught of kicks and punches. Looks to be shocking the security guard. I'm sure he's never seen McGregor run from a fight. But it appears to be a strategic withdrawal. He ran to the corner, disallowing them to get behind him any longer. So now he should be able to fight them face to face. Security guard realizes that, says, yeah, that's it. Getting into a corner will protect his back from these three. He puts his hands up. He's ready now. He's bobbing and weaving. Has his stance going. So maybe now we'll see a bit of a comeback. They don't seem too worried though. Get him. Knock him out, champ, says the security guard. I see. You're no fool. This one seems to do the majority of the talking. If they always go back to the same spot, like the same lineup. To show our respect to the great boxer, we also will fight using boxing. Each one says a different word. So this puts the champ on edge. And he's like a kid watching his hero fight. Yeah, do it if you think you can. Like, he's just all about Ian McGregor. So that's good. I've had a change of heart about this guy. Maybe all of this isn't his fault. Let's see. Your famous main coach, Sam D'Amato. He created the great boxing style known as the peekaboo. By biting the gloves tightly, the chin is completely protected. In addition, weaving, ducking, bobbing, and circling makes your defense nearly perfect. that ultra defensive style imprinted in you to the point where it is your second nature. We, the amateurs, will challenge it. So they still attempt to surround him, surely preparing themselves to attack at different times to gain the upper hand. As you can see, they use the same trick as last time. One of them snaps to get his attention. I'm sure he learned that lesson and didn't look directly toward him, but that still took some of his attention because his body and mind were most likely preparing themselves for what happened last time. It does look like he managed to block some of the hits as he's bobbing and weaving. It actually doesn't look like many of them got through. Maybe his hit might have landed, but even then it looks like his arm might have blocked it. Oh no, someone got through. A couple of them. It looks like everybody managed to get through at one point. They all managed to land a right jab to this man's face. And I'm assuming this imagery is him losing consciousness. I can only imagine, even as the former heavyweight champion, to receive 3 punches from 3 well-trained people to the face from 3 different spots should have knocked you out. Still has his hands up, so maybe he is in fact still conscious, but they're laying into him. Body strikes, face strikes, still. And McGregor is back on the ground. How was it? 1, 2, 3 at the same time. No matter how swiftly you move, you can only dodge 1 punch. If we throw 3 punches, you dodge 1, at least 2 will connect. Even if these are amateur punches. And even that you'll go down if you're clearly hit. And even if these are amateur punches, and even that, you'll go down if you're hit clearly. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the English isn't always perfect, so reading it doesn't always flow, so you can't really catch it. And while I'm trying to figure that out, I'm missing some of the art, so don't yell at me, guys. Just leave a comment. Security guards, stop right now. It's enough. Let's stop boxing. And they go back to just beating on him. One puts him in a chokehold while the other 2 stump him. These are just hired goons. Like, for them to say they're martial artists is insulting to all martial artists. I mean, I'm sure maybe they have some martial arts skill, but this is just snakish. He's really feeling for his hero. You see him scream, "Stop it." They continue their onslaught of kicks and just stomps. Okay, so even now I'm having to stare at this image because I see these 2 and I see McGregor's backside, but this, like his feet and leg, this butt didn't make sense to me. But now I understand he's on top of him. He's the one that had him in that headlock while the other 2 was stumping. So thanks for waiting for me to catch up on that or pick up on that, guys. And that is in fact the end of the chapter. So the mouth are still just bodying McGregor, but not because McGregor doesn't have what it takes. He's just, I don't want to say outmatched or outclassed, he's just outmanned. There's too many of them, and he apparently hasn't been in such a predicament before, and he doesn't necessarily know how to handle it, or he's not capable of handling this at the moment. So he is losing, which I don't want to necessarily say it's a surprise, but since he's such a main character and has been a friend of Baki, it does hurt to see him in such a condition. I'm still hoping that Baki will come to his rescue, or at least that they don't kill this man. But this was a great chapter of Son of Ogre chapter 31. I apologize for the talking at the beginning and during the video about me missing things. I just needed to get that out there. But I do appreciate all of you who do leave a comment correcting me and pointing out things that I've missed. Please continue to do so. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you have, thank you very much. ask you to share with at least one friend. Let's continue to grow the community. Again, thank you for 5,000 subscribers. I love all 5,000 of you all. Leave a comment below about what you thought about this chapter or answering any questions I may have missed. Hit the thumbs up. Check the link in the description for the next video. And as always, otaku for life.